Hello students, now I am explaining 10th class maths paper 1 chapter 1 real numbers. Next session means exercise 1.1 fifth problem. Show that one and only one out of n comma n plus 2 or n plus 4 is divisible by 3 comma where n is any positive integer. So this is the condition is given. So given n is any positive integer, so we have to show that one and only one out of n comma n plus 2 or n plus 4 is divisible by 3. One and only one means what? So we'll get some cases in that either it may come n, n plus 2 or n plus 4. So that is divisible by 3. We should prove. So here let us assume n is equals to 1. So if you take n is equals to 1, so what is our first question here? First condition n. In place of n you are taking 1 means 1 is divisible by 3 or not, you should check. So 1 is not divisible by 3. So condition failed. Next condition is what? N plus 2. Means you should take 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2 how much? 3. So 3 is divisible by 3. Condition satisfied. So n plus 4. 1 plus 4. How much? 5. So 5 is not divisible by 3. So one and only one condition means if you are taking n is equals to 1 means we are getting only one condition is true. That condition is what? Here n plus 2 is divisible by 3 for n is equals to 1. For n is equals to 1. Why? Because in question is strictly mentioned a positive integer. So you should not take 0 also. You should not take 0 and you should not take negative numbers. So let us assume n is equals to 2. So if you are taking n is equals to 2, first condition is failed. Why? Because 2 is not divisible by 2. Next condition is n plus 2. Means how much? 2 plus 2 how much? 4. So 4 is also not divisible by 3. Next n plus 4. So 2 plus 4 how much? 6. So 6 is in a 3 table 6 is possible. 3 to the 6. So it is divisible by 3. So here n plus 4 is divisible by 3 for n is equals to 2. Next condition we have to take, let us assume n is equals to 3. So now if you are taking n is equals to 3, in 3 table 3 will come. So first condition is satisfied. So we should not leave these two remaining two conditions like that only. We should check that also. So n plus 2 how much? 3 plus 2. N value we are taking 3. So 3 plus 2 how much? 5. So 5 is not divisible by 3. N plus 4 next one. 3 plus 4 how much? 7. So 7 also not goes in 3 table. So here n is divisible by 3 for n is equals to 3. So from the above three cases we conclude that one and only one out of n comma n plus 2 or n plus 4 is divisible by 3 where n is an any positive integer. So with this we have completed exercise 1.1 in real numbers chapter. Next we will see some more problems. Think and discuss and write. So this is a question is given. If r is equals to 0, comma, then what is the relationship between a comma b and q in a is equals to bq plus r of EDL? EDL means what? Euclid division lemma. So given r is equals to 0, given r is equals to how much? 0. So a is equals to how much? Bq plus r. So in place of remainder we should substitute 0. A is equals to bq plus 0. So bq plus 0 is how much? Bq. Therefore bq is equals to, we can write a. So q is equals to how much? Send this b that side. Multiplication will become division. So a by b. So means b divides a. So that is the relation you are getting. So this type of problems are very important for 1 mark question in your 10th class board examinations. 1 mark question is very important. Next one is fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Fundamental theorem of arithmetic. So this is a statement is given. Every composite number can be expressed or factorized as product of primes, and this factorization is unique. means you should, if you are getting repeating values, we'll convert into powers. That's it, unique. So every composite number, we already know that composite number means it should have 3 or more factors. Then the type of numbers are known as composite numbers. I already discussed in previous sessions. So example, if you are taking 24, 24, 2 12s are, 2 6s are, 2 3s are. So 24 means how many 2's came? 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. So what I told here, every composite number. So 24 is a composite number that can be expressed as product of primes. So here 2 is a prime number, 3 is a prime number, and this factorization is unique means. So now we will write here how many 2's are there? 3 means 2 power 3 into how many 3's are there? 1. So unique statement we have written. So in this way, by using fundamental theorem of arithmetic, what we can say, every composite number can be expressed or factorized as product of primes, and this factorization is unique. Into next one, do this. So this is a question is given, express 2310 as product of prime factors. So 2310. So here go with 2 table. 2 11s are 22. 1 is carried. 2 5s are 10. Again 1 is carried. 2 5s are 10. So here 1's place odd number is there. 5 is there. So if you go for 5 table, 5 to the 10. 5 to the 10 means how much? 1 carry. Again 5 3 is 15. 5 1 the 5. So here also 1's place odd number is there. So go for 3. 3 7 the 21. 23 minus 21 carry, what is the remaining value? 2 means 3 7 the 21. Again go for 11 table. 11 7s are. So 2310 is equals to 2 into 5 into 3 into 11 into 7. Product of prime numbers we have expressed in a unique way. Here no repeating numbers have scheme. So according to fundamental theorem of arithmetic, we have expressed in the form of product of prime factors. Next example 3. So consider the numbers of the form 4 power n, where n is natural number. Check whether there is any value of n for which 4 power ends with 0. So see, just simply is asking, is given condition is 4 power n, where n is natural number, and is asking to check whether there is any value n for which 4 power n ends with 0. So we know that any positive integer ending with digit 0 is divisible by either 5, and its prime factorization should contain 5, and its prime factorization should contain 5. So consider 4 power n. 4 can be written as 2 power 2. Why? Because 2 to the 4. 2 power 2 whole power n. We know that formula a power m whole power n. Formula is a power m into n. Here a value is 2, m value is 2, n value is n. So 2 power 2n. So the only prime in factorization of 4 power n is how much? 2. The only prime factor in factorization of 4 power n is 2. So there is no other primes in factorization of 4 power n is equals to 2 power 2n. So no other primes. So 5 does not occur in prime factorization of 4 power n for any n. So 4 power n does not end with digit 0 for any natural number. So there is only number ending with 2 is there. Only prime number is there. So in this way we have solved this problem. So this is also very important 2 marks question. Why? Because if you take any value, n value 1 if you are taking. Why? Because natural numbers he has mentioned, natural number starts from 1. So in place of n, if you keep directly also 4 power 1 4, not ending with 0. 4 square, if you are keeping n equal to 2 means 4 square how much? 16. 16 means not ending with 0. 4 cube how much? 64. Not ending. 4 power 4 means 2 power 256. So either it is coming 4 or 6 ending numbers. So it is not ending with 0. So in that way also you can express. Next example 4. Find HCF and LCM of 12 and 18 by prime factorization method. So given numbers are 12 and 18. Is asking to find HCF and LCM by prime factorization method. In prime factorization method. So if you are taking 12, 2 6 are 2 3 are. So 12 means how much it came? 2 into 2 into 3. So how many 2s are there? 2s. That's why 2 power 2 into 3. Next consider 18. So 18 can be written as 2 9s are 3 3s are. So 18 is equals to 2 into 3 into 3. So 2 into 3 power 2. So HCF means I already told in before classes definition I have explained. You should have all prime numbers, all common primes with minimum power. All common primes with minimum power. So all common primes with minimum power. So here 2 is there, here also 2 is there. In 2 power 2 and 2, what is the minimum power is there? 2. That you should write here. So either you can write first or second, nothing will happen. Next, here which number is there? 3. Here 3 square. In 3 and 3 square, what is the minimum power? 3. So 3 to the how much? 6. So HCF is how much? 6. So this is also very very important 1 mark or 2 mark problems. So be careful while finding HCF and LCM. Next LCM is I already told all prime numbers with maximum power. So here in 2 power 2 and 2, what is the maximum power? 2 power 2 into. In 3 and 3 power 2, what is the maximum power? 3 power 2. So 2 square how much? 2 to the 4 into 3 square how much? 3 3 the 9. 4 9 how much? 36. So LCM is 36 and HCF is 6. HCF is 6. So some more problems we will do this. Find the HCF and LCM of the following given pairs of numbers by prime factorization method. Same process. So they have given some questions. 3 questions are given. So first question is 120, 90. To find LCM and HCF by prime factorization method. So first number is 120. First number is how much? 120. So 120 means 260 is a 230 is a 215 is a 35 is a. So 120 is equals to how many 2's came here? 1 2 3 means 2 power 3 into how many 3's? Only 1 3 3 into 5. Next 90. 90 means 245 is a 315 is a 35 is a. So 90 is equals to 2 into 3 into 3 into 5. So I wrote all 2 as it is into how many 3's are there? 2 3's means 3 power 2 into 5. So HCF means prime number minimum power. So here into here 2 is there, here 2 is there first of all. Condition satisfied. So in 2 power 3 and 2, what is the minimum power? 2. Write that 2 as it is. Next here 3 is there, here 3 is there. So what is the minimum power? 3. I already wrote. Here 5 is there, here 5 is there. So write that 5. So you can write in order also, but here we have written directly. So you can write 2 into 3 into 5 or 3 into 5 into 2. But concept should be clear. Common prime numbers with a minimum power. So how much here? 3 5 are 15, 15 to the 30. So HCF is 30. Next LCM means maximum power. All prime numbers with maximum power. So 2 cube and 2. What is the maximum? 2 cube. 3 and 3 square. What is the maximum power? 3 square. 5 is there. So we can write only 1 5. So 2 cube means how much? 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8. Into 3 square means 3 3 the 9, 5. So 8 9 the 45. 45 5 the 360. If you do multiplication. 45 5 the 360. So HCF how much you got? 30. And LCM how much you got? 60. Next similarly 50 and 60. Given numbers are 50 and 60. So here also same condition. He's asking to find the LCM by prime factorization method. Consider 50. 2 25s are 5 5s are. So 50 is equals to 2 into 5 into 5. So 2 I wrote as it is. How many 5s are there? 2 5s, 5 power 2. Next is 60 means 2 30s are, 2 15s are, 3 5s are. So 60 is equals to 2 into 2 into 3 into 5. So how many 2s are there? 2 means 2 power 2 into 3 into 5. So HCF means common numbers having minimum power. So here 2 is there, here 2 is there, condition satisfied. But here what is the power? 1. Here what is the power? 2. So in 2 and 1 what is the minimum power? So in 2 and 2 square minimum power is 2 into here 5 is there, here also 5 is there. So minimum power is in 5 square and 5 5. Here 3 is there, but in this number 3 is missing, so don't write. So what is HCF? 2 into 5 is how much? 10. Next LCM. All numbers with maximum power. In 2 and 2 power 2, what is the maximum power? 2 power 2. In 5 power 2 and 5, what is the maximum power? 5 power 2 into all numbers I told. So we should write 3 also. 2 square 4, 5 square how much? 25 and 3. So 25 4 is how much? 100. 100 into 3 is how much? 300. 100 into 3 is how much? 300. Next 37 comma 49. So given numbers are 37 and 49. Is asking to find LCM and HCF by prime factorization method. So 37 is a prime number. It divides one and itself. Or otherwise it has two factors only. So 37 is equal to 1 into 37. Next consider 49. 7 7 are 49. Again 7 ones are. So 7 into 7 into 1. How many 7s are there? 2 7s. So 7 square into 1. So HCF, what is the repeating value here? 1 is there, here also 1. But here 7 is missing, here 37 is missing. So HCF is 1. LCM is all numbers with maximum power. So here 37, here 7 square. I wrote as it is 7 square into 37. 7 square means 7 7 the 49. 49 into 37 if you do multiplication, 1813. So I will explain remaining problems in next session.